Greetings, members one and all of the Salivation
Okay.
Nation. Today we have a special guest with us, SilverLimey 79, and this is part of a series that we're doing, interviewing members of the community, and you could be next. This is something that I did a while ago, started, and it was paused a bit for the dealer interviews, but now we're moving back in the direction of interviewing folks in the community to maybe get them in front of a different audience. There's a lot of overlap between many of the channels in the community. However, there are times where you can put yourself in a different audience or a broader audience, and hopefully will help grow your channel. And that's what it's about. But it's also just about meeting new people and getting to get some perspective on what they like and do with precious metals. And today we are talking to SilverLimey 79, who's from Ireland, but originally from the United Kingdom, I believe. But welcome, yes. SilverLimey.
Yeah, thanks very much for having me. It's fantastic. It's fantastic to be here, and hello to all the viewers out there as well. It's great to see the usual guys out there, and yes. I'm really excited for this. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you, sir. It's an honor to have you, indeed. And we do appreciate all the viewers. And the way this works, and the way it usually does work, is I'll ask a series of questions to Mr. Limey 79 first to get to know him a little better. And we'll hold off. But then as soon as we're done with that, we'll take questions from you in the chat side. So that's kind of how it'll work. And I'll let you know when that is, because we're going to have you type a couple of characters before the questions begin. So we'll go ahead and start, because I don't think we have a whole lot of time with SilverLimey. So we're going to get right into this now. So, okay. SilverLimey, let's go back a bit to when you first started getting into precious metals and coins. Can you talk about that experience? What drove you to start collecting and appreciating silver and gold?
Well, essentially, I'd gone back. Geez, this is going back quite a far way. It's probably 2004. That's essentially when I first started collecting or getting into gold, and there was more gold at that time. I posted a video recently in regards to my experiences, and I think we were talking about various metals. And in 2005, there was a bad event which happened. And unfortunately, all my entire stack disappeared at that point. So I've only started to really get back into it sort of last year, and focus on it, mainly because of the videos that I've seen out there on YouTube. I've had savings in the bank for a number of years, and I thought, well, now is probably the opportunity to turn that into something tangible, and it's probably it'll hold more value in the long run anyway. So initially I started up with silver because it's more the cheaper metal to get involved in and give yourself a taster of slowly building up to back to gold.
That's right. Very good. And so that is, I mean, hence the title SilverLimey. It's a focus kind of starting out with silver. Yeah. And I know, like yourself, I started out with collecting silver as well, and there's so many different designs and styles.
Nice.
And it really does allow you to get some very nice pieces for a smaller price and still preserve your wealth.
Yes. I mean, look, if you look at I just love the designs that they come out with, and obviously they start with the gold first, and then eventually obviously now it's more readily available across gold, and both gold and silver. But I just love the designs of the pieces. You've seen some of the reviews I've done.
Yes.
I just love to collect. Probably the top pieces I have are the dragon coin bars from the Perth Mint.
Yes.
I've got ASEs, I've got Britannias. The designs are just fantastic on coins these days, and the quality of them is fantastic as well.
Yes, they really have improved for a lot of the modern bullion and collector and better bullion pieces for sure. And so that being said, so it was around 2004, 2005, you really started getting into it. Then you had to liquidate, I assume, your stack, and now you're starting back up about a year or so.
Well, it was actually stolen.
Oh, stolen! Oh, wow.
Yeah, unfortunately, it was we actually got robbed.
Oh,
so
that is horrible. Oh, man.
The entire stack, both my brother and I had a good cache of gold. The majority of it was gold at that stage.
Did they catch the thief?
I'm afraid not. They
Oh
didn't.
man.
So, yeah.
Now you said robbed, so you weren't burglarized. This was at gunpoint. They
Yeah,
came in.
it was a home invasion.
Wow, that's scary, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. I wish justice could be served. It seems like it's so long ago now. But anyways, but you've overcome that, and you've made
Yeah,
the
very
way
much
back.
so. I mean, I can talk about it now quite easily in
Yeah.
regards to the experience I've had. A lot of people go, "Wow, jeez,"
Yeah. It is
and
quite a shock.
I can look back and easily talk about it. It's not an issue in my life anymore. It's
Right.
way in the past.
Yeah. Well, my condolences. I mean, still, it's a tough thing,
Thank you.
but I'm glad you're back in the saddle again, so to speak,
Yeah.
and pressing on. So, and you mentioned YouTube by watching YouTube videos. Is that how you got into making a channel? Tell us how
Well,
the beginning of your channel started.
yeah, like essentially, I was buying and selling reproduction coins before I started getting back into precious metals, and the reproduction coin market tends to fluctuate quite a lot.
Yes.
And look, I mean, the margins aren't that great, but it's more about getting the right coins right. And the problem is you can't really in reproduction coins. So hence the sort of coins. I did a coin video recently of all, to say, some fake coins that I had. Those are ones that are built up over time, but I used to buy and sell them, and obviously as reproduction coins, not as genuine pieces.
Sure.
And then one day I just decided that it was a waste of time, and that it was probably better getting into the real game.
Yeah.
And start investing into something that actually has a guaranteed value to it. And that's the way I've always looked at it. Even if you buy your silver piece for what, $17-18, it's going to have minimum of $15 value regardless.
That's right. Exactly.
Versus the reproduction coins, which aren't really worth anything. But I don't buy and I don't buy and sell any coins now. But I mean, for me, that was the major turning point, was just getting out of that game and focusing on real value.
Right. So the a lot of the reproductions that you would buy, I know there's places, I know I've seen some. I used to get a couple just because I thought, well, this is a reproduction of a very famous coin, like a 1933 double eagle. And you may spend $20 on it and think, hey, this is pretty nice, but there's basically it's gold plated, brass. There's no value.
I mean, I used to focus on the rarer coins, not the ASEs. I never had a single fake ASE or Britannia.
Right, exactly.
I thought that was a complete waste of time.
Sure.
So I'd tend to focus on the coins that everyone, that would love to have in the collection.
Right.
But this would be a space filler until they got an original or something like that. And that's basically how I did it.
Right.
It was about that sort of space fill in your collection, rather than, I wouldn't just buy it. I never bought any fake or gold coins, really, with the exception of the Perth Mint bars, which I specifically bought to show everyone that that you can actually get this stuff out there. Yeah.
Right. It's definitely interesting. And but yeah, so that you moved into, so that you saw YouTube videos and you decided to start a channel.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of weird. At first I was going to use it for buying and selling on eBay, because obviously there's a lot of Irish original coins that you can buy, particularly gold and silver, and I was going to use it for that, do the videos, and then sort of suggest through the eBay purchase that, hey, there's a video, why don't you go and have a look, and then people can actually see the actual product rather than just generic photos. And then at that point, there was such a huge community out there of stackers, and I was like, wow, this is really interesting.
Right.
And then that didn't last long. I don't know. I sort of just changed, and I was like, right, I'm going to start getting into this. And then I did my first unboxing video, a very long time ago. And then I just started to stack from there. Yeah,
it's amazing. Yeah, well, your channel's really grown. You're
thank you.
Over 980 subscribers now, and I'm hoping that with maybe this video, let's see if we can get him up over 1,000. So if we can get
No, thank you very much.
20 plus more, that'd be nice. So anybody, the link to his channel is in the description of this video. You can click on that and hit subscribe. And it's not just for the silver and gold. Well, mainly silver, but it's not just for those and those coins, because he does have some great videos regarding topics where he showcases and talks about different coin designs like the Queen's Beast series, but also coins that are hot or not, based off of this your feedback. And there's a little chart, a little pin-up thing. He's got his paper cut out of the coins, and it's like a race. This is hot, this one's not. And the pig, the Rwandan pig is like way in the back. It's like no one likes that one. But
it was the Royal Mint. It was the Royal Mint pig.
But what I was going to say too is that's right. It was a Royal Mint. That's right. It was a Royal Mint pig. Is not just because of the silver, but he also takes you on tours of these great medieval castles in Ireland. and it's really cool to go take tours of these castles with SilverLimey. That is a special, unique part of his channel. So if you guys haven't had a chance to see those, subscribe to him and check it out. It's really cool for sure. What got you into the castles?
Well, history's always been something I've been fascinated with, and when we were living in, my parents immigrated to South Africa from England, and I lived out there probably for about 25 years of my life.
Wow!
And obviously, you don't really get that history out there,
right?
So it's being back in such a historical part of the world, it's fantastic to see these old historical sites. And I've always been fascinated with architecture, whether it's anything from bridges to old buildings to castles, for instance. So if there's anything there that's of interest, I'll film it.
That's neat. That's neat. That's awesome.
But yeah,
well, it's weird. I think castles are neat too, but I'm kind of partial to skyscrapers. I love skyscrapers, but I do love the old castles too.
There you go.
Awesome.
Cool. Look, I mean, especially a lot of people don't see that sort of scenery anywhere else in the world. So I just thought, I'll put it on and see if anyone likes it.
Yeah,
it's interesting to me, and I'm sure it'll be.
Your enthusiasm for it comes through in the videos and the tour, and doing a great job of showing.
No, thank you.
Showing those, so that's really neat. I enjoy them for sure. But a lot
of
the
Game of Thrones castles are actually in Northern Ireland.
Oh wow, really?
So you can actually do a tour of the Game of Thrones locations up there.
Nice, that's cool.
Actually, there's a tour company that you can actually go to, pay them, and then they'll take you around all the locations if you wanted to do that. Yeah, it's part of their tourism up there.
That would be awesome to see. I knew they had filmed in Ireland somewhere, but I didn't know it was the castle. So that's pretty neat. Yeah, who knows? Maybe you'll see
they tend to use the location and then they'll computer generate the rest of it. So, I mean, if you look at, the castle locations, half of it's the original, and then they sort of change it to their liking.
Ah, yes, that makes sense. That makes sense.
So, I mean, half of the locations you'll see in Game of Thrones is you won't recognize them when you actually go to the actual locations in Northern Ireland.
Yeah, that I could see how that could be the case. Yeah, wow, pretty interesting. Wow. Well, so I guess the next question that I have before we take questions from the viewers here is where do you see your channel going, or what do you want to do you have any plans for the channel in the next coming year or 5 years even?
Well, I mean, to be honest, it's been magical even getting to this level. I mean, when you're starting off and you're celebrating those little milestones,
sure,
the 50s, the 100s, the 200s, you don't realize that time will eventually get you to 1,000, or in some cases there are channels out there at 2,000, 3,000. I mean, even yourself, really. I mean, you've been around for years, I think. So I came across one of your videos. I think you posted like 5-6 years ago.
Yeah, I celebrate every time I slurp and slurp my coffee, and Barbara gets excited. That's what I get excited about these days. But I know,
sorry.
No, go ahead. What were you saying?
Yeah, I was saying that I mean, I'll just focus on the content. I'm always thinking of new ideas to put forward, and the coin wall was one of them. I got inspiration from a channel I saw. Oh, sorry, not a channel. A series that I saw on TV many years ago, and I was like, that is such a cool idea. Why don't I try and put that into the stuff I post, and try and work something out? And it seems to have worked.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, there's my reviews. I've put a new scoring system in, the locations that I do. So there's a good mix of stuff. I just I think at one point when I was doing too many reviews, I was getting like, I think this is getting a bit tedious. Now it's all the same stuff, and I suppose you've got to keep the viewers interested.
That's right, and it's really sometimes it can be hit or miss, and I've noticed that too. I mean, with some of my videos, because you can put a lot of work in a video, and sometimes, like, I did something that I thought was going to be a massive hit. I was like, okay, this is going to be great. It was a way to involve the viewers and everything. And it was I would basically do somewhat of what you had done. This is a couple years ago, but I had started this thing called the Great Coin Design election, where I took a whole series of coins that I took nominations from everybody, and took those designs, and then found images and made graphics and put them all in and had them face off with each other and pair down and to the winning design. Those videos got the least views of anything I've ever done and took the most time. I was like, okay, I'm not going to do that anymore. But I thought, man, I had a real winner there, and it turns out it wasn't. There's other videos where I've thought about, this is going to be great, it doesn't. And then there's other videos that I've done that I maybe have spent, just slap something up there and it does great. So it's kind of
sorry, yeah.
So it's just kind of a hit or miss, it seems like sometimes. But yeah.
Well, I mean, I've still got the Continental Challenge. For those that used to see it when I used to have the 2 challenges and then I have the anthems playing in the background, that seemed to have worked.
Yeah.
That was very good. So that will come back for another season, and then we've also got the coin to coin around the world, where we have the world map, and people send coins in. I'll be giving them a shout out, and then we'll go through some of the history. So that again, one of the channel viewers there, Value Hunter, he sent me a couple of coins there. It was about a month back, but I did say to him, look, it is going to be coming down the line, and I'll make sure he's the next guy up. So there's still stuff in the pipeline for sure that can be put forward.
Oh yeah, and I think that's great. It's just different ways, something unique and different out there, and you definitely have a unique channel and a unique and entertaining approach and educational approach as well. And I think that's really what gives your channel, sets it apart in many ways. And congratulations on the success you've had so far, and I definitely hope it continues for sure.
No, thank you.
Do you want to say anything else before we start to take questions from the viewers here?
How long have you been around on YouTube, Sal? On your own channel. I mean, I suppose it must be. Was it right about 5-6 years? Or
yeah, it's end of January 2013. But I've been watching for much longer. Probably it's watching on YouTube since about 2007, 2008.
Okay.
I had been interested in precious metals before, but it was around that time that I reinvigorated my interest in them, and I had watched for a long time before I actually started a channel. But yeah.
I mean, you've got some great stuff there. I think you've done some bars, some Engelhart bars. You've got some vintage bars as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
you've got some great stuff. I mean, stuff that you bought, at the time when silver prices were much lower.
Right. Yeah, it's crazy. I remember spending, let's see here, about buying silver was about $4.50 an ounce.
Wow. That's what would that have been? 15 years ago?
Yeah, somewhere thereabouts. Yeah, I remember seeing it, and then seeing it climb up to $7-8, and when it got to $10, they're like, oh boy, and so it's those days, I tell you. Yeah, but
because I remember I was obviously in 2004, I was in England at that stage, and I think the silver price was £6, £6 an ounce.
Right. Wow.
And I remember buying the silver. The silver was a silver Britannia. It was the Una and the Lion. No, not Una and the Lion. It was the face of Britannia. but
Okay.
it's actually quite a rarer coin now, and I think it's worth a few quid. But
Wow. Yeah.
that was one of them that I had, and then I had sovereigns, Krugerrands. I didn't have any. I had some American ASCs. I think it might have been a quarter. I had some quarter ounces as well.
Wow.
But
Okay.
it was mainly in sovereigns at that stage, because sovereigns are easy to get hold of in the
Right.
UK.
And there's no VAT on them.
Yeah. Well, to be honest, I mean, back then I was sort of clueless really in regards to what VAT was. But we
Right.
bought from there was a guy I was living in Bournemouth at that stage. There was a great guy we used to buy stuff from. He basically got it at spot value. It
Oh,
was
wow.
great. I think gold back then was, well, I think it was really affordable. It was like £400 an ounce or something back
Right.
then.
Right. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So it would have been super low.
Yeah. It's pretty
And it's
amazing.
it's kind of weird looking at the gold and silver prices back then, when you had silver at $6 an ounce, sorry, £6 an ounce, and you had gold at $400 an ounce, or £400 an ounce. And you look at it today, and gold has almost tripled. However, silver's technically doubled in value and a half, but you're looking in the bigger picture, gold's been the biggest winner in regards to return
Yeah.
versus what
I
silver is.
think that's right. I think that, and I think that's due in large part to gold kind of being the more stable, the more it's less speculative. Silver is more of a duality metal, and it holds its own with inflation in the long run. But in the short
Yes.
run, in the short term, it can be pretty volatile, which means that when the prices are low, it's a good time to pick some up. But and you have to be careful if the prices get up too high, because it may be artificially inflated. And kind of
Yeah.
that's what happened in 2011 and in
Correct.
1980.
Yeah, that's right. I actually did I did a live stream video on that, in regards to those manipulation in 2011 and 1980. Just putting the information out there for everybody.
Right.
I didn't actually garner that many hits on it, but because I think live streams tend to, if you do videos, you tend to get more people in when you're posting stuff like that. I mean, look, depends on the size of the channel. I mean, you're massive.
Oh, well, I mean,
in comparison to it at that
I
stage,
don't know.
I think,
But you're right. I think generally you're right. Live streams typically don't get as much. I mean, sometimes people come, right away to listen and whatever. But the way the view count is,
yeah.
but yeah. Well, anyways, well, very good. Well, if you're good with it, we'll go ahead and start taking questions. And again, before we do that, if you want to subscribe to SilverLimey's channel, and I encourage you to do so, click on the link in the description of this video. That'll take you to his channel. My hope is we can get him over 1,000 subs right here tonight. And that would be very nice. And so what we're gonna do is, in order to take some questions for SilverLimey, I want you to type out. Let's see here. Let me see if I can get this to work. Do you know what the pipe is? These are pipes. It's the shift and the key below the backspace button. So type a bunch of those pipes in front of your question. That way I'll see it, and it'll be something new and unique. And we're going to take some questions before SilverLimey's got to go. So let's go ahead and take questions from you guys. Any questions you have for SilverLimey 79, we'll go ahead and take them now. Just put those pipes in front. That's a shift and the pipe symbol above the bracket, the slash, the / key. All right, let's see here. So let's see what we got here coming in here.
You didn't you picked up a proof Germania as well, didn't you, Sal?
Yes. I got.
What did you think?
Oh, it's nice. It's nice. And
very nice piece.
It's a nice piece, except the actual case is loose on mine. So when I went to open it, it slipped, and I thumbed it, which sucks. But other than that, it's very nice, and I like it. All right, we got some questions. Now let's see here. Let's see here. What? Hold on a second. There's
someone's got a question mark.
Let's see here. Yeah, cool. New Mexico. Value Hunter, tell us about the farm.
Yeah, well, we live on a farm here, and obviously it's more right. Yeah, my wife tends to. It's more my wife's side of the
Okay.
of the. She basically sort of runs the farm technically, so
Okay.
it's more probably her that you probably need to ask more about. I just live here. She runs it. She runs it for somebody.
Nice. Well, that's cool though. Yeah.
Mm.
Chris Garner, do you like football?
Well, look, when I used to watch it, I don't watch it regularly. Also, you need to have the sports channels, and I mean, Liverpool being born in Liverpool, I support Liverpool. You know, every now and then I'll check in and see how they're doing, but I don't follow it meticulously.
Okay.
I do like rugby. For those that that's if you know what rugby is.
Yeah.
I mean, actually, the USA's got a rugby team, don't they?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The rugby here in the U.S. Yes,
I
indeed.
do. I do enjoy rugby more than watching football.
Very good. All right.
Mm.
Let's see here. Attila, are traps gay? I don't know. Is that an inside joke between you two?
I don't know. I don't know what he's talking about there.
Hey, do you want to take a call from the scammer?
Should we listen? Yeah, go on.
Yeah. All right. There we go. Yes. Hello.
Hey, Richard, this is Diana.
Just
How you doing?
Hi, Dana. How you doing? We've got SilverLimey here from Ireland. You want to say hello to SilverLimey?
Sorry, hi there.
Well, wishing the best of luck today.
He's saying hello to you. He wants to have a conversation.
Sorry, hi there.
Did you hear him?
Oh, okay.
Sorry, hi there. How are you?
Rumbling in the background.
He's originally from Liverpool.
Yeah, I am. Yeah. How are you?
Oh, really?
Yeah. Have you ever been to Liverpool?
No, actually, no, but I'm headed there next year.
Oh, really?
To London.
Oh, very nice.
Well, so SilverLimey's wife might put you to work on the farm.
You'll have to work very hard.
Would that be okay with you to work on the farm?
No.
Okay, well, at least you're honest, aren't you? That's right.
So listen, I was just touching base with you because I know we spoke yesterday. I believe you wanted me to give you a call back, or we were going to speak this evening. So I wanted to see where we were on the application and the documents we needed.
Well, I'll tell you what. Let me finish up my conversation with SilverLimey, and maybe we'll call you back afterwards on a different hereafter in a different conversation. How does that sound?
That's fine. What time should I expect your call?
Yeah, sounds good. Would you like SilverLimey to sing you a lullaby before we go?
Sure, why not?
Okay, SilverLimey, go for it. In the key of A flat, please.
I don't really know any lullabies. I'm sorry.
He doesn't know of any lullabies.
Sorry,
I kind of put him on the spot there, didn't I? Oh man. All right. Well, we'll be chatting with you soon, Diana. Okay.
What time should I start your call? Because we're having a bit of a horrible weather over here.
Well, it's what is it after 11? It's 11:13 now at night in Ireland. So.
So you're in Ireland today?
Well, at least, yeah. What do you think of that?
Well, he is.
All right, very good.
You're an international man, Richard, because you were in Leeds. Was it last week?
I was in Leeds last week. I was back in the United States of America when we talked last, and now we are interacting from Ireland.
Mm.
Wow!
And you're going to be going to Liverpool next year, and so a lot of travel. All right. Well,
alrighty. So, what time should I anticipate your call? We're having some really bad weather here. I don't want to shut down early, but I told Richard that. I told. Oh my goodness!
Your husband?
His name.
Your husband?
Yeah, him. Told George that we were going to be basically having everything ready for him tonight.
Oh, cool. All right. Yeah. Well, we'll see how things go. It's getting late. The sun's definitely way down in Ireland right now, and so we want to be respectful of his time. But I'll try and give you a call back as soon as possible. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Take a squeezy.
Bye.
See ya. Bye. I get these scammer calls all the time.
Wow. How many of those do you get a day?
Well, they range anywhere between 8 and about 16 to 20.
16 to 20.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, they really do. It's crazy.
Wow,
a lot of robocalls. and so it's nuts. But anyways, okay, so I've missed some of the questions because
yeah, sorry, yeah. We go back.
let's see here. Oh, let's see here. What is the temperature? Says Attila.
The temperature. It's about 8. It's about 8 at the minute.
All right, very good.
Sorry, that's 8. That's Celsius.
Oh, Don
Not
from New
Fahrenheit.
Mexico. Don from New Mexico wants to know if you think my push-ups are real. Have you been in my live stream?
Yeah, I have seen your push-ups, and I do believe they are real.
Thank you. Finally. All right. Nice. All right. Very good. All right. Value Hunter. Have you ever eaten liver in a pool?
Well, I'm vegetarian, so no.
All right. Very good. Okay. Silver Dragons. Have you been to the assay office in Scotland? Ooh, good question.
No, actually, I haven't. So, to be honest with you, I've only known of that sort of the existence of that place. I think backyard bullion, since I've sort of followed his channel to a degree, and John RMS have had their bars assayed at the Edinburgh office, but yeah, I haven't actually been there. No.
CCT, can you play the harp?
No.
No harp. Okay. Value Hunter, how many castles have you visited and how many are left that you have not? Good question.
Well, there's hundreds of them. Literally, I mean, back in sort of the old times, what they did was castles were extremely expensive to build. So what they did was they gave smaller landowners the sort of an incentive to build these tower houses. Hence why the last video I did was a tower house.
Okay.
And they let's say the Crown used to give them £50 towards building this structure, and that was their way of getting more castles out there.
Nice.
Was by building these smaller fortified houses. They called them fortified houses, but the correct name was a tower house because it was in the shape of a tower, but it had a living area inside it. And that is how that's the reason why there's so many hundreds of castles around Ireland. And also back then was there was only, to the extent of the area that the Crown had under their control, was only a small part of Ireland to a degree when they first started coming into Ireland. So they had to build all these castles in order to keep control of the of these areas, until eventually, obviously, as time went on, they got control of the whole country. But back then, 15th, 14th, 15th, 13th century, somewhere around there, they had to build these smaller castles, and that's the reason why there's hundreds of them. Okay. So they're all over the place.
Yeah. Precious Metal Update says, Limey, are coins from the Royal Mint tax exempt in all the UK, including Ireland?
No, I mean, as far as I know, look, I haven't bought directly from the Royal Mint, mainly because of the VAT. If you're living in the UK and you buy from the Royal Mints, there will be VAT.
Okay. Yeah.
So I mean, I buy all my precious metals from Europe.
Yeah.
I mean, that's something I learned. When I first started my channel, I think I bought my first order from Silver Gold Bull, because essentially I didn't know where to go. And,
okay.
I was like, yeah, great, this is done. I wasn't too fussed about how much I was paying. And then basically, I think after my second or third video, I was watching the video, and it's and that's what it is. Essentially, it's an educational. You buy with your heart. The first one you buy with what you like, and then as the next 2 or 3 shipments come around, you sort of go, I need to start looking at a cheaper option. And that's the way I did it. I mean, I bought designs. I was buying stupid stuff like 10th ounces and quarter ounces of silver and stuff like that. Meanwhile, there was if you added it up, it didn't make sense. But I just bought because I liked the designs, until about I think it was just after the second purchase, I was like, no, I need to try and find a place where they don't charge VAT, and I found it.
Nice, awesome, that's great. Let's see, I'm trying to find. I've missed any. Let's see here. Moving down. Do you think buying fractional gold is a bad idea? From Stephen Riggle.
Look, the way I've been buying is I mean, everyone buys differently when it comes to gold. I tend to try and buy as close to spot as I can. It's very difficult here in Europe to do that without really shopping around. I mean, the last purchase I did there, I had a 5 peso, and the premium on that was low for some reason. I think the Mexican gold is you tend to get close to spot for Mexican gold, oddly enough. I've got my eye on a Swiss. There was a bit of Swiss gold, 20 franc. But majority of the time, as I tend to compare grams of gold to silver ounces, I think that's probably not the way to do it, but that's the most affordable way I can do it.
Yeah.
So I'll have so many grams of gold versus so many. So whenever I try and buy an order from now on, I'm going to try and get a piece of gold to so many ounces of silver.
Okay.
It's a different way to look at it, I suppose, but it's the most affordable way for me to get some gold and start building up a gold stack.
Nice. And you talked about backyard bullion earlier. Chris Gardner, if you've ever met him.
No, I haven't met him. I'm not sure where he is in. I mean, international. He went down to London to meet International Stacker. I'm not sure where he lives in the UK, but who knows? Maybe I might meet him.
Yeah,
be great.
Terry Rabidou wants to know what you think about the price of rice in China. Probably fake. The rice is probably fake in China, like all the coins come out of there. And, so Silver Dragon suggests, are you and Backyard Bullion the same person? You sound alike. I can tell the difference. But,
definitely not. Besides, I haven't done a single pour in my life.
Right.
He does obviously a lot of pouring, and obviously he has his own community there with the silver forum. But no, we're definitely not the same person.
Yeah. Mike Miller, do you own any Engelhard?
I'm afraid not. Again, also very hard bar to get hold of. I'd love a Geiger bar. You just can't find that stuff here. Right. I think you have to pretty much buy on eBay. But to me, eBay doesn't seem much. It doesn't seem like good value. This side, I mean, I've essentially, I think, the Stacking Nerd's been posting these usual videos in regards to what the offers are out there, and you seem to get a lot more better offers in the US than you do here in Europe.
Yeah, it's a shame. It's too bad that's the way it is, but it's great.
It seems like everyone's interested in profit this side. I mean, I can go to my usual guy I use, and that's CoinInvest.
Right.
And you can buy the gold directly from them for cheaper, and then everyone's putting it on eBay and putting on a 20 to 30 euro premium. And I'm like, well, why would I bother buying through eBay?
Yeah.
I'd rather just go and buy from them then. To me, I haven't bought anything off eBay. I might buy some specialist coins, stuff that I'm interested in. That I might buy that on eBay, but otherwise, majority of the time for stacking, I'll just buy directly from a dealer. Also, it's much safer as well.
Right. Silver Heist. I think we know the answer to this, but asking it since you're from part of the Commonwealth nations, who is next on coins after the Queen passes?
Well, first of all, the Republic of Ireland isn't part of the Commonwealth.
Oh, it's not. Okay.
No, it's not. No, it's interesting. They're discussing about getting back in the Commonwealth at the moment, but Republic of Ireland isn't part of the Commonwealth. Could you repeat the question again?
Who will be on the coins after Queen Elizabeth passes?
It'll be Charles is the next in line.
Yep,
so that'll be Charles the Third.
Yep. All right. Very good. Let's see here. Okay. Kona Chuck, he didn't put the pipes, but I'll go ahead and take it anyway. Do you own any Bitcoin? It has outperformed silver massively in the last 10 years, about to enter a new bull market. Do you own any Bitcoin?
I don't own any Bitcoin. I do have cryptocurrency though, mainly for diversifying purposes.
All right. Very good. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. Hello, Nautical Silver. Good to see you guys here. Let's see. And Novus is here. Doctor Who's here. All right. So did I miss any questions from you guys? And I don't know. What's your time schedule? Do you have time for a couple more questions?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm still okay. My wife's still up, so we're all ready to rock and roll here.
So if you want to ask a question, then type a good number of these pipes, which is the shift / key just above the enter key and below the backspace key, at least on my keyboard, and then ask your question there, and we'll take them for SilverLimey 79. How are we? Anybody check his channel to see if he's got 1,000 subs yet? If you haven't subscribed and you're new here, popping in this, let's just see if we can get him over 1,000 while we have him here, so we can celebrate that.
Can I ask a question to everybody out there?
Yes.
Yeah. Who has relatives in Ireland or has say lineage or has family from Ireland at some point?
Oh,
It'd
yeah,
certainly be interesting to know.
that's a good question. I
Do you
know.
have any family in Ireland
Now,
or
I've
from
got,
Ireland?
I think I'm English. I think my background's
From
English.
English descent.
Yeah. All right,
Okay.
here's some more questions. What's your favorite coin? Linda Schaefer wants to know.
Sorry, say that again.
Your favorite coin?
Ooh, that's a tough one. It's difficult.
You two, love them or hate them in Ireland? The band
You
U2.
too, yeah. I mean, they're really old school now. I don't really follow them. I used to when I was in my younger years, when I was in high school. But not anymore, really.
Here's a good question from Coin Collector. How much Irish silver do you have?
I've actually, obviously, I did that video there, and I've actually got some trades that I'm going to be putting out there. I've got a video ready to rock and roll, and I've got 2 silver Podrick Pierce coins that the Dublin, or sure, not the Dublin Mint, the Bank of Ireland released in 1966.
Okay. Oh yeah.
They're 83.5% silver, and it's an interesting story. It was the only coin that was produced without the Irish harp on.
Okay.
Since 1928, and apparently it didn't do too well because also they had a banknote, they had a 10-shilling banknote which was running concurrently with that coin. However, no one really took the collector's piece up. It was to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the Easter Risings.
Right.
And they're really fantastic pieces. But what they ended up doing is they minted 2 million of them, and apparently they melted down 1.2 million of them because obviously they weren't well received. So there's about 800,000 of these pieces around, and I've managed to get a few. I've got about 6 at the minute, but I'm going to be putting 2 up. I'm putting 2 up for trade, and I've got some English pieces. So I've got a video that will be going up. This is a matter of emailing, and I've never done a trade before, so I don't know how it works.
Yeah. Wow.
So I mean, have you done any trades?
No, I don't, for many reasons, don't do trades over the internet. But yeah. I'm sure there's places you can. I mean, I don't know. We don't have one place. I know there was a place you could do it here on YouTube. There was a channel specifically where people met, but nowadays they've kind of scattered about to different forums and the like. But Nova Stacker wants to know if he is still your favorite stacker. Is Nova Stacker still your favorite stacker?
He's a one of a kind character. I think let's put it that way. Based on his live streams, him and Stacking Stormtrooper have got this live stream on at the minute, and I watch the replay because whenever there's whenever there's live streams on, I'm always in bed at that stage, so I always have to watch them the next day.
Right.
But, it's he's a very funny guy. Yeah,
he's cool. He's funny. Native Stacker, do all Americans sound funny, or is it just Salivate Metal?
Not at all. You guys, I mean, we've got volunteers here that from America, and you guys are great, man. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, your cousins, we're all related somewhere. Even the Irish.
Another camera call coming in. Let's see.
Another one.
Yeah. Hello.
Richard?
Yes, this is Richard. How may I help you?
Hi, Richard. It's Matt with Platinum Fundings. How's everything going?
Matt is doing good. Is the number you're calling from that ends in 6546, is that your cell phone number?
No. Why?
Can I get your cell phone number? Because I'm on the line with a very important client from Ireland. Say hello, SilverLimey.
Hey, hi there. How are you doing?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
But the thing is you're probably asking yourself, Matt, this guy's from Ireland. Why does he sound like he's from Liverpool? And that would be a very legitimate question to ask, and I would ask it too. That would be my immediate response.
Well, there's actually a connection with Dublin and Liverpool. So they say that if you're from Liverpool, there's a connection there with Ireland, and likewise with Dublin with Liverpool, because they're 2 ports next to each other.
Did you hear that, Matt?
Yeah, I did.
Does that make sense now? Sort of. Okay.
I'll give you my cell phone number. Just give me a call back whenever you can.
All right. Hold on a second. Let me grab it here. Just a second here. Okay. Go ahead.
732.
What's that? Okay. All right. Okay. 6290. 782-895. Okay, all right, 782. Very good. Okay. Oh, okay, 73. Okay, very good. Okay, thanks, Matt. I'll be calling you back when I'm done with this very important meeting. Thank you, sir. Bye-bye.
A very important meeting.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So you
So,
it's a little later here too, and I get them into the 6-7 o'clock hour here. It's crazy.
Are we going to discuss the skyscraper that we're being partners in?
Oh yes, what is the skyscraper being partners in? Oh yes, that's right. That's our shtick. That's right. That's going to be our thing. Oh yeah, we could do that. Oh,
yeah.
We could do that. Would be great. Yeah, we want to fund the skyscraper. Exactly.
Absolutely.
Oh my goodness gracious. All right, let's see here. Okay.
If I can just ask the viewers there again, can I ask them a question?
Yes.
Yeah. In regards to the location videos I've done, and obviously the castle videos, if you guys want me to do something like, if it's not that far from where I'm based, I'll be willing to go there. If there's a place that you've heard of, maybe through a family member, and they said, "Oh yeah, we've got family that's from this part of Ireland." If I'm ever there, I'll do a video for you and I'll put it online. I'll be happy to do that.
Well, I know one. If you ever get up to the Game of Thrones castles, that would be awesome.
Oh yeah.
Heck yeah!
I'll definitely look into that. There's probably a lot of people who have actually been watching these the Game of Thrones series, so I'll definitely consider that the next time I'm up there.
Very cool. Chris Gardner wants to know how you came up with the name Limey.
Funny enough, a limey is, well, it's an old term for an English sailor, and it's something that I've always stuck with. There was an old movie, I don't know if you ever watched it. It was Terence Stamp. I think it came out in about the early 2000s or something. It was called the Limey.
Oh wow!
It's obviously a term for an Englishman, but Limey in particular was a sailor on, obviously, back in the days when people would die of scurvy on these boats, and what they would do is the Royal Navy ships would put loads of provisions, and particularly lemons, to obviously reduce the chance of getting scurvy, because lemons had lots of vitamin C in. So that's where the nickname Limey came from. It was the sailors, the English sailors there, and they would squeeze these lemons. So Limey means lime. It's like lime juicer.
Right. Okay.
Limey is just it's a nickname for a lime juicer, and it's always stuck with me. And silver is related to what I do. Limey being an Englishman, and obviously 79 is my birthday.
Nice. Well, it's kind of fascinating because you ever seen the movie Mystery Men?
Mystery Men? No, I'm afraid not.
Yeah, that came out in 1999, and one of the guys, his name was Blue Raja, and he was a superhero, and he would turn into character and have an English accent and say, "I'm a limey fork flinger, mother." But
I think I've heard it. I've heard of that quote.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right. Sorry, I've just googled it now. It had a number of actors in it. Wow, let's actually check this out.
It was Mystery a great movie, by the way. Yeah,
1999.
Yep, Mystery Man. Yeah, very good. That's cool. Awesome. Let's see here. Anybody else, real quick here? I don't know how much time we have left with SilverLimey.
Well,
so
we're still okay here.
What's that?
I said we're still okay for now.
Still okay. Very good. All right, nice. So if the scammer calls me back, we might have fun with him with the skyscraper thing. We might do that. If we can, that'd be awesome. Let's see here. Mr. Furious, there you go. Silver Heist, he's seen the movie. Let's see. Throw 3 more. Yeah, how many? 3 more subs and it gets to 1,000. Oh wow, good grief, that's crazy.
That'll be epic.
That will be epic. Yeah, we want to make sure before this. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and click on this. I mean, I'm already subscribed, so obviously I can't add to it. But let's see here. Oh, $9.97. Wow. $9.97. That's crazy. All right,
But
Luke Thompson just subscribed. So let's refresh this. Luke Thompson just subscribed. So we might have 998. No, still 997. It's not registered yet. Let's see here. Coin Collector wants to know how many channels you're subscribed to.
Loads. I mean, majority of the time, whenever someone sends me a sub, I sub them back. That's just as a courtesy. I mean, there's channels out there. I do a weekly shout out series as well, where I do 5 shout outs, 5 channels that I shout out every week. So I'm always looking for, and I'll come across someone, I'll go like, oh yeah, he's got 50, subscribers. I'll add him to the list.
Yeah.
So I've got a list there of all channels I'm just constantly shouting out every week.
Can you do me a favor? Cool. Say Adidas for science for the Stacking Nerd.
Adidas.
Adidas. Oh wow, that's how you.
Adidas.
How about aluminium?
Aluminium.
There you go. That's, I know Stephen Heath. He's got the Yorkshire accent. You've met Stephen Heath, haven't
you? Sorry, say again.
You've met Stephen Heath, right?
I haven't met him, no.
Okay. Yeah, he pops in he doesn't have a channel, but he'll pop in.
I do know him. He's actually very generous. He sent me a gift.
Oh, cool.
I was talking about
breaking news, everybody. We've got 1,000 subscribers.
No ways.
1,000 subscribers for SilverLimey. So now you can be monetized.
Let me have a look here.
1K, there it is. 1,000. It just broke through. Thank you guys. Thanks. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Wow, look at that.
At 1,001 subscribers.
Oh, fantastic.
Nice.
Boom.
Now you'll be able to monetize. You know that, right?
Oh man. Just to get to 1,000 means I can live stream again, actually, without having to spend money on equipment as well.
Right.
Which is great.
Yeah. Well, there we got it. That's nice. Well, if anything, this has helped at least get you there. That's awesome. Okay, you can stop subscribing now. He's got
yeah. The moment this video finishes, Sal, everyone will be unsubscribing.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah. Oh man. No, we're glad. Thank you guys. Keep on subscribing. We appreciate it. This is what it's about. It's about helping other channels grow, and getting to know other people here in the community. And SilverLimey is an awesome guy. And yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Very cool.
Look, I mean, I'm always there to help other channels out, and that's why I've just started doing the shout outs, and I'm always looking for guys who've started out. I've came across channels there that have just started doing videos like 3 weeks ago and stuff like that. So it's always a pleasure to give them some exposure.
Yeah,
it's just paying it forward. We all start there at some point.
My approach is a little bit different, only because I've found that a lot of these newer channels, these really fresh new channels, they may start, but they may not stick with it. So my thing is to test it. And so that's why I say, well, if you've been around for 6 months or more, and you're consistent, or relatively active in the community and want to grow your channel, then that's kind of where my feeling is on it. But that's great though. Either way, shouting it out is great, and I do that too, by the way, in the live streams when I do the comment reviews. But I think it's wonderful what you're doing for sure. Paying it forward is definitely a great thing for sure. And so yeah, Nova says, "Can you announce that I'm your next guest?" Well, you could be a guest, so a Nova Stacker. I do have a couple of people ahead, but shoot me an email. But maybe wait a little while. Got to work out some schedules with some others. But would love to have you, Novus, or anybody else who's got a channel, been around for a little bit here. And that's what it's about. Let's see here. Let's see what's next. So if anybody has any more, before we wait for the next scammer call, which probably won't happen. But if you have a question for SilverLimey, put in the pipes. That's this symbol before your question. And we will take it and we'll ask him before he's got to go. Let's see here. Let's see here. Oh,
I remember that. You remember that the shout out challenge you did? Yeah, you did, and you shouted out Slacker Stacker, but you also incorporated it into a scammer call. It was brilliant, man.
Oh wow, yeah.
I really enjoyed that.
Oh, that's
awesome. That was epic, man. That was really good fun.
Oh,
you were, I think you were chatting to the guy you were mentioning, Slacker Stacker, SilverLimey 79. The guy didn't have a clue what you were talking about.
I love messing with him. It's great fun.
It was classic, man.
All right. Nautical Silver's question is, am I your favorite silver pourer?
Oh, I tell you what, he's essentially, I remember when Nautical Silver was early on about 150, and I got him to make my first silver bar.
Nice.
He's still my top man in regards to making. He's the only guy I've got stuff from currently.
Well, I'm spelling
so
his Abraham Lincoln silver statue that he made. It smells delicious. Thank you, Snow. That's awesome. All right.
Yeah, what's that now? Did you get something made?
Yeah. Well, actually, it was D Wings World had it commissioned by Slacker Stacker by Nautical Silver. Yeah.
Oh, fantastic! He makes some great stuff. I mean, I've seen the antique. I think one of the guys had a skull. It was Silver Mac. He got a skull there from Nautical Silver, and it was fantastic. It had some jewels in it as well, or gems.
Yeah.
The guy's skill is just phenomenal.
Oh yeah, sure
I
is.
certainly love to get some more stuff off him.
Yeah,
but I've got to prioritize.
No, I understand. Value Hunter wants to know what was each of your first coin purchases ever?
Sorry, say again.
Your first coin purchase.
My first, you mean recently, or since I started here? Or,
I guess ever.
Geez, it's probably a gold sovereign.
Yeah, for me, man, it's hard to say. For me, it's been so long, I can't really remember. Really, my first gift of a coin was a 1906 cleaned Indian head cent. Donna, New Mexico wants to know if I took care of that restraining order. Oh boy! All right.
I mean, if we go back to my childhood days, the South Africa used to make these old 1 rand coins that were made of silver. They were 80% silver. But of course, back then when I was a kid, I didn't really understand. All I knew was you could change this 1 rand and get 10 rand for it, not realize what the precious metal content was. So obviously, they were just duping everyone. Yeah, give us your 1 rands and we'll give you 10 rand back.
Wow.
Not realizing you were actually throwing money away.
Right. Eddie's Little Stack wants to know how many subs you have when you started this live stream. I think you said 83 or something.
Yeah, that's correct. It was 83. So, phenomenal, man.
Over 1,000 now. It's 1,000.
Yeah, thank you guys very much.
Now it's 1,006. So that's really good.
This is magic. This is magic.
Let's see here. Precious Metals updates. Now that you can do streams, will you start doing them? And if so, when do you plan on doing them?
Yeah, well, I used to do streams on basically on the weekends. During the weeks, it's a little bit difficult. I mean, you've got you tend to stream, I think, 3 times a week, or used to do 2, and you occasionally throw one in every now and then.
Yeah.
But yeah, Saturdays and Sundays are the best days for me to stream.
Cool. All right.
I will be streaming the 1K giveaway, so I can do a video now. I can get the 1K Space Red Silver Germania video, and I'll be including some of the prizes in. So that will be the video I'll be doing this week.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. Best bait for leprechaun capture. Blah blah Tuesday. I guess leprechauns. Any idea what? I guess that would probably be gold. That's a pot at the end of the rainbow. Donna, Sal, did you pay your child support this month? Oh man, for the kitties, I just get to pay them in kitty food. So, do you have any sterlings, non-coins?
Do I have any sterling?
Yeah.
Well, like
silverware, I guess maybe.
Sterling silver, I do. I'm just thinking now. I'm going back. Yes, I do. I don't think I've got anything pre 1920 at the moment.
Okay.
I'd have to go through. I've got some 50% silver florins that I recently got. I did a video of that, but I don't think I've got anything 92.5, 925. I haven't got anything at the minute.
Okay, all right. Comet Commander, do you know of many people that save buying Irish version of circulated silver from the 60s, before the 60s? Like silver.
I'm afraid not. I've only been living in Ireland probably for the last 3.5 years.
Right.
So going back that far, I wouldn't know. There probably would be people that probably did have collections, but probably more from a numismatic value rather than an actual silver value.
Right. And Rick and Rod, I think we talked about this before about the VAT. You have a VAT there in Ireland too, right? About for paying taxes.
It is absolutely mad. I don't know how the guys can do business. So that you get, there is some, I think Irish gold bullion or bullion by post or something like that. I think they're called. They've obviously got free post. That's their knack.
Right.
They got free post, but they charge you VAT on everything. And I just look at them like, who was going to buy an ounce of silver and pay almost 30 euros? 30 euros for an ounce.
Wow.
And the spot price is 13.50, something like that. It's just, they're so far behind. I mean, now you can get coins from Europe and not pay any VAT and get it as close to spot as possible, but you're absolutely mad to pay those prices.
Man.
And I mean,
did you know that Terry Rapidu has agreed to come on one of my live streams naked? If I pay her 1 ounce of gold and sing and dance.
Well, you gonna do it, Sal?
No, she is. But somebody's got to pay her 1 ounce of gold. I
thought Tara was asking you to give her an ounce, and then she'll go on.
Yeah, she'll give me. She wants me to pay her an ounce of gold, and she'll come on and dance naked. Crazy. Barbara Carbone.
You gotta watch out. You gotta watch out for the scammers out there. Right?
Oh yeah, exactly. That's right. Yeah, that's for sure. Maybe Terry Rapidu is gonna.
She'll take your ounce and sod off. You won't even see her again.
Exactly. That's right, man. Why did you leave England? Barbara wants to know. Barbara Carbone.
Sorry. Well, why didn't I?
Why did you leave England? Yeah.
My parents immigrated. They immigrated to South Africa.
Okay.
So, and then returning, Ireland just seemed a better fit for us, and then so we just ended up going to Ireland.
Okay.
They've got an agreement with the British government in regards to. It's funny, Irish and English share the same status, even though they're two different countries. They've got an agreement in regards to working and living in each other's countries.
Right.
So, for instance, your British citizens in the UK, the Irish have got the same rights as they do, but they're not classified as aliens, if you can call it that.
Right.
If you don't mind me using that term, as foreigners, they're treated the same, and likewise with the Irish government.
That's
so it's almost like an extension, even though you can't really classify it as part of. I'm just saying from a law's perspective, they kept it the same, even though it's an independent country.
Right. That's fascinating. But with all that going on, and they use different currencies, the euro versus the pound. Yeah.
Look, the euro. It's just easier if you're traveling, I suppose. The Brits are still very, very. They like their pound. It's got a lot of history. The reason why Ireland was keen to move was to sort of it was the last link in the chain. Their connection with the UK was the Irish pound, so they were happy to go to the euro when they joined the European community and said they would take part and join the euro.
Right.
So for them, that was like the last chain that was broke with them in the United Kingdom. So for them, it was a big thing.
Right. Well, Barbara Carbone's applying for British passport. Her mom was born and raised there.
Wow. There you go.
And she's gonna pick me up on the way. We'll be
cool.
Yeah.
That sounds great.
We'll come by and visit you. Let's see here. Let's see. Okay. Let's see here. All right. Oh shoot. Oh, CCT's still here, and he wants Barbara to visit him. Very cool. And
has anyone picked up? Have you got any pickups coming soon, Sal, or that you're looking at? Maybe are you looking at Swan, something like that?
I do have some that I purchased before that I did the Platinum Dragon unboxing because I don't think there's anybody that has one of those on YouTube yet, so I thought I'd do it. But there's a couple of other things that I purchased too that I still have to recover from. And but yeah. It's
are you diversifying in regards to your precious metals? Because obviously you've been predominantly focused on silver and gold, and you've started looking at platinum, and then you've also got rhodium as well.
Yeah, I've got 1 ounce of rhodium, and but I've been getting a bit more platinum, it seems, which is kind of
it's really good value.
yeah, it really is. Yeah. And so yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing now. And but still like silver, still getting some silver pieces, and but yeah.
If you, I mean, I haven't seen a platinum piece. If you put platinum and silver next to each other, I presume there's some sort of visual difference in regards to the color.
Yeah, there is. I'm going to be posting a video about that. I've been reminded. It's a video that I had thought about since 2015 of doing, but
cool.
so I think it's time now because yeah.
And I mean, platinum. Did you ever pick up? Have you got? Sorry, not platinum. Sorry, palladium. Have you got any? Did you ever go for anything in palladium?
Yep, I've got a couple pieces of palladium. I bought palladium. It was $167 an ounce back in 2004 and 2005.
Correct. I think that's when they started introducing it as well, because I remember it was only really gold and silver. Whenever you saw the exchanges, and then they added in the sort of palladium was the sort of the poor man's precious metal, other than silver, of course. If you're looking at any comparing it to something with gold,
right?
And it was always tracking low, but you could never find it. I never found it in the UK. It was only ever silver and gold.
Yeah, it is an odd mix, and now it's like it's crazy. Now it's like the king of the precious metals, except for rhodium. Yeah.
And what about the color on that as well? If you were to compare that with platinum and silver, is it quite similar?
It's much closer to platinum.
Wow.
But it's not nearly as dense. The density is somewhere between gold and silver.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but and that'll be part of that video, which I need to get working on, because it's something that you'll see. But yeah, it's kind of crazy. And then rhodium has sort of a, I won't say copperish hue, but there's some sort of yellow reddish kind of hue to it. Very, very, very faint, very faint.
Okay.
At least that's how I kind of interpret it looking at it, but I haven't pulled it out and looked at it in a while. No, that's not what she said.
I mean, I see you can get titanium bars now and stuff like that, but I mean, not readily available. But I mean, I'm not sure how much titanium is an ounce. It's very light metal, so it's probably you probably get a huge chunk for an ounce.
I did a video on a kilo of titanium. If you get a chance, search for kilo titanium on my channel. It's been a while since I've done this video, but yeah.
Okay, awesome, man. I must actually check that out. How big is it?
It's a kilo size. It's pretty big. It's I don't remember the exact dimensions of it, but it's pretty. I mean, it's titanium's so light and not nearly dense, so it's a man. I don't know how to compare it. I'd probably compare it with a 100-ounce silver bar, maybe not quite as big as 100-ounce silver bar. Yes, CCT. I haven't had a chance to read that email, but I will. Let's see here. Yankee Stacking is here, by the way. Hello, Yankee. Good to see you.
Sorry, Terra Rabidou says, "Limey, warm some beers up." Warm beer is an urban legend in the UK.
Yeah, that's right. They have room temperature ale. That's right.
Yeah.
Donald in Mexico wants to know what you think of Donald Trump.
I don't really think much of the guy, really. I don't really follow him much. I watch occasionally his crazy videos whenever there's something interesting out. They'll have something related to Donald Trump. I'll put it up. I mean, the last giveaway I did was the Trump Vote Trump 2016 coin. It was the silver shield I gave away.
I looked around. I could not find. I watched all those videos, and I thought, man, he's gonna flip it over for a split second. And
yeah, it was the funny enough, at the end of the video, I actually put a link directly to the video when I got it, and I don't know how many people actually stayed till the end. And actually, because that would have been straight away, that would have been
okay.
At the end of the video, the video was there, and I was watching all the comments, and I was like, "Come on, guys!"
Oh man!
And then in the end, I did a clue video the next day.
I was reading the pinned comment, and then went back and looked at all those videos from around a month ago. But anyways, yeah.
It was really good fun, and I must say the the reception was very good. I mean, there were a lot of people, the views were up there. Once I posted the clue video again, everything picked up. It was great to have everyone involved.
Right.
For that giveaway. It was fantastic. I really enjoyed it.
That was really cool. Very nice of you indeed. Well, cool. Well, yeah. Well, guys, you know, honestly, we went a little longer than I thought, and actually, I've got to go, believe it or not. I really appreciate everybody, and I appreciate everybody going and subscribing. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I encourage you to do so. He's at 1,009 subscribers now, so we've got him over 1,000 for sure. But it doesn't mean just because he's over 1,000 doesn't mean we need to stop. So we certainly appreciate SilverLimey coming aboard here today and answering some questions for us, and getting to hope you get to know him a little better. And so very, very nice indeed. SilverLimey, thank you so much for joining in. And do you have anything
thank you
else
very much, Phil. Yeah, thanks very much. It's been good fun. It's a pity we didn't get that scammer call earlier, actually.
Yeah,
I probably should have suggested that, but I mean, we've made fantastic time here. We've got some good questions out. Thank you very much for having me on. To your viewers out there, guys, thank you very much, and thanks for the subscribing as well. That's fantastic. Thank you. I really appreciate you all.
Very good. Very good. All right. Nice. All right. Well, a multitude of gratitude to you all. And I'll leave you with this piece of advice to keep your feet on the stars and keep reaching for the ground. All right. Y'all have a good night. Take it squeezy. Take care.
Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.